Hi, I'm Roy. If you stopped scrolling because that text, "Run, he doesn't love you," sent a cold shiver down your spine, if it made your stomach drop or your breath catch in your throat, I am so sorry. I am genuinely, deeply sorry. Because I know that the only reason that brutal, harsh phrase caught your eye is that deep down, in the quiet moments you try so desperately to ignore, you already know it's true. You know this chapter is over. You know the story has ended, but you are absolutely terrified of what happens when you finally close the book. We are going to have a hard conversation today. This is going to be painful. It might make you angry. It might make you cry, but you do not have to do this alone. Before we go into the dark, please take a second to like this video so it reaches other people who are hurting just like you. Subscribe to the channel so you don't lose this lifeline, and comment down below where you are watching from. I want to know exactly who I'm walking through this darkness with today. I want to see your names because you matter. Now look at me. Really look at me. You are tired. That is the truth of it, isn't it? You are exhausted in a way that sleep cannot fix. You are spiritually depleted. And if you are seeing this title, "Your Relationship is Over," and you're still watching, it's because you are looking for permission. You are looking for someone to look you in the eye and confirm what your gut has been screaming at you for months, maybe years. You are likely in one of three very specific, very painful places right now, and I need to describe them to you because I need you to understand that I see you. First, you might be the ghost. You feel like a ghost in your own house. You are living with a man who looks right through you. It's not that you are fighting all the time. Sometimes the fighting would be better because at least fighting is a form of passion. At least fighting means he sees you enough to be angry at you. No, this is worse. This is indifference. The opposite of love isn't hate, it is indifference. You walk into a room and the energy doesn't shift. You speak and he doesn't lift his head from his phone. You cry and he walks past you to get a glass of water. You are screaming underwater, thrashing, begging for connection, begging to be seen, and on the surface the water is perfectly still. You have become invisible. And the pain of being invisible to the person who is supposed to be your witness is a torture I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. You are starving for a crumb of affection, a crumb of curiosity, and he is letting you starve. Or maybe you are in the second place, the walking on eggshells phase. This is where you have slowly, methodically, surgically removed parts of your own personality just to keep the peace. You don't bring up your needs anymore. You don't tell him when your feelings are hurt. You don't share your dreams. Why? Because you know exactly what will happen. You know the script. He will call you crazy. He will call you too sensitive. He will tell you that you are nagging or ruining the night. You have learned that your emotions are inconvenient to him, so you shrink. You make yourself small. You edit your words before they leave your mouth. You scan his face when he walks in the door to see what kind of mood he's in so you know which version of yourself you're allowed to be tonight. You are living in a constant state of high alert anxiety, monitoring the temperature of the room, trying to keep him happy at the expense of your own soul. You have abandoned yourself to keep him. Or you are in the third place, the hope merchant. You are the gambler. You are addicted to the potential of who he could be. You aren't in love with the man standing in front of you today. Be honest with me. The man standing in front of you today is disappointing. He is neglectful. He is selfish. But you are in love with who he was 3 years ago during the first 6 months when he actually tried. Or you are in love with the fantasy of who he could be if he just went to therapy, if he just read that book, if he just listened to you. You are living in the future. You are starving today, eating garbage today, enduring neglect today because you are hoping for a feast tomorrow. But let me tell you something painful. The feast is never coming. You are buying stock in a company that has already gone bankrupt. If you resonate with any of those, the ghost, the eggshell walker, or the hope merchant, then we have to stop lying. The relationship you are trying to save, it doesn't exist. You are trying to perform CPR on a corpse. And I say that with anger, not at you, never at you, but at the situation. I am angry for you. I am furious that you have been convinced that this is what love looks like. We have to talk about why you stay. Because the thumbnail says run and your brain says, I can't. Why? Because of history, because of time. We call this the sunk cost fallacy. You look at the 5 years, the 10 years, the 20 years you have invested. You look at the house, you look at the kids, you look at the memories, and you think, I can't throw all that away. If I leave now, it was all a waste. Listen to me closely because this is the most important thing I will say to you regarding your time. You cannot pay the rent of a relationship today with the currency of the past. It does not matter how good the first year was. It does not matter that he held your hand when your mother died 5 years ago. That is history. That is gone. You are living in the now. And in the now, you are emotionally overdrawn. You are bankrupt. Think of it like a bank account. Every day you wake up and you deposit gold into this relationship. You deposit your patience, you deposit your forgiveness, you deposit your effort, your body, your planning, your mental load. You are pouring gold into this account. And what is he doing? He is making withdrawals. He takes your patience, he takes your labor, he takes your love. And what does he deposit? Crumbs? Excuses? Silence? You were standing there looking at a balance sheet that is in the red, bleeding out, and you were saying, but I've put so much in, I have to stay until I get a return. You are never going to get a return. He has shown you who he is. When someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. But you're making excuses for him. You're becoming his PR manager. You tell your friends, oh, he's just stressed at work. Oh, he had a hard childhood. Oh, he doesn't mean it, he's just tired. Stop it. Stop doing his work for him. Stop painting over the red flags with white paint and calling it a truce. The harsh reality of that title, your relationship is over if you see this, is not a threat. It is a diagnosis. It is a medical scan of the cancer in your partnership. You are doing the work of 2 people. A relationship requires 2 people to carry the couch. Have you ever tried to move a couch by yourself? It's heavy, it's awkward. You drag it across the floor, scratching the wood, straining your back, sweating, crying. That is your life right now. You are carrying the couch of this relationship. You are carrying the emotional labor, the planning, the conflict resolution, the connection. And he is sitting on the couch watching you drag him. And you wonder why you are tired. You wonder why you are resentful. You are exhausted because you are carrying a grown man who refuses to walk. Let's answer the question on the screen. Is it actually over? Here is the test. It's a painful test, but I want you to take it right now in your mind. Think of the last time you were truly hurting. Maybe you had a bad day at work. Maybe you were sick. Maybe you were just overwhelmed and crying. You went to him for comfort. What happened? Did he put his phone down? Did he look you in the eye? Did he hold you? Did he say, I'm sorry you're hurting, tell me about it? Or did he sigh? Did he roll his eyes? Did he tell you that you're overreacting? Did he make it about himself? Did he ignore you? If you bring your pain to your partner and he defends himself instead of comforting you, he does not value your pain. And if he does not value your pain, he does not love you. I need you to hear that. Love is not just a feeling. Love is a behavior. Love is an action. You can't say I love you and then treat someone with contempt. Those 2 things cannot exist in the same space. If you are the only one reading books on how to save the marriage, if you are the only one watching videos like this, if you are the only one suggesting counseling, if you are the only one trying to fix it, it is over. You are in a relationship with yourself. You are dancing alone, and he is watching you dance, perfectly content to let you spin yourself into the ground as long as he still gets his laundry done, his dinner made, and his needs met. He doesn't love you. And I know that tears you apart to hear. It feels like a knife in the chest. But I have to twist the knife so you can finally pull it out and heal. He doesn't love you. He loves what you provide. He loves the service. He loves the stability. He loves the access to your body. He loves having a mother for his children. He loves the comfort. But does he love your soul? Is he curious about your mind? Does he cherish your heart? If the answer is no, then he is using you. You are a utility to him, not a partner. So we pivot. We have to pivot from this pathetic state of begging, and I've been there, so I am not judging you, but it is pathetic to beg for love. We have to pivot from begging to boundaries. You have been operating under the delusion that if you just explain it to him one more time, if you just find the right words, if you just cry hard enough, he will finally get it. You think he's deaf. You think he doesn't understand. I am here to tell you with 100% certainty. He understands. He hears you. He just doesn't care. He knows you need more connection. He knows you are lonely. He knows you are overworked. He knows. He has chosen not to change because the current arrangement works for him. It works for him because you bridge the gap. You fill the holes. You absorb the pain. So the pivot is this. Stop asking, why doesn't he love me? And start asking, why am I staying with someone who doesn't? Why is your self-worth so low that you are willing to accept crumbs and call it a cake? Who told you that this was all you deserved? Was it your father? Was it your first boyfriend? Who taught you that love feels like anxiety? Who taught you that love feels like begging? We need to unlearn that lie right now. You need to let the dam break. This is the run part. Running doesn't always mean packing a bag tonight and disappearing into the night, although sometimes it does. Running means running away from the delusion. It means you stop fixing the holes he punches in the wall. It means you stop covering for his neglect. If he forgets your birthday, you don't say, "It's okay." You let him sit in the shame of forgetting. If he doesn't help with the kids, you don't silently do it and resent him. You leave the kids with him and walk out the door for a break. You have to stop saving him from the consequences of his own mediocrity. You have been cushioning his fall for years, and because he never hits the ground, he never learns to stand up. But here is the danger. When you stop over-functioning, when you stop begging, when you go silent, the relationship will likely collapse. And that is what you are afraid of. You are holding it together with your bare hands, blood dripping down your fingers, terrified that if you let go, it will shatter. Let it shatter. I want you to hear me. Let it shatter. If the only thing holding this relationship together is your silence and your suffering, then it needs to break. It is already broken. You are just holding the pieces in place to make it look like a vase. Put the pieces down, step back, and watch what happens. Does he scramble to pick them up? Does he panic and say, "Oh my God, I'm losing her, I need to change"? Or does he look at the mess and blame you for dropping it? If you stop rowing the boat, does he pick up the oars, or does he let you both sink? If he lets you sink, you have your answer, and that answer is run. I know you are scared. I know you are thinking about the logistics. Where will I go? What about the money? What will people say? I'm too old to start over. You are not too old. You are never too old to regain your dignity. And yes, it will be hard. Leaving is hard. The divorce process is hard. Moving is hard. Being alone on a Friday night is hard. Financial struggle is hard. But you know what else is hard? Staying. Staying is hard. Being lonely in the same bed as someone else is hard. Crying in the shower so your kids don't hear you is hard. Feeling your self-esteem evaporate day by day is hard. Being looked at with indifference is hard. Choose your hard. At least the hard of leaving leads to freedom. The hard of staying leads to a slow spiritual death. You are dying in this relationship. I can hear it in your silence. I can feel it. You are withering. You are a plant that has been put in a closet with no sunlight and no water, and you are blaming yourself for your leaves turning brown. It is not your fault. You are in a toxic environment. So here is the action plan. Here is how we run. First, prioritize safety. If you are dealing with a narcissist or someone abusive or someone violent, do not show your hand. Do not tell him you are watching this. Do not threaten to leave. You get your ducks in a row in silence. You get a separate bank account. You talk to a lawyer. You talk to your family. You plan your exit with the precision of a military operation. Your safety is more important than his feelings. Second, you have to grieve the potential. This is the step everyone skips. You have to cry. Not for him, he doesn't deserve your tears, but for the dream. You have to mourn the life you thought you were going to have. You thought you would grow old together. You thought he was your person. It is okay to be devastated that the dream is dead. Cry for the younger version of yourself who was so excited on her wedding day. Apologize to her. Tell her you tried your best, but then you have to wipe your face and stand up. Third, and this is non-negotiable, no contact or low contact. You cannot heal in the same environment that broke you. You cannot get over an addiction while you are still living in the crack house. He is your drug. His approval is your drug. And every time you text him, every time you check his social media, every time you sleep with him one last time, you are relapsing. You need distance. You need silence. You need to hear your own voice again. You haven't heard your own voice in years because it has been drowned out by his demands and his criticisms. You need to rediscover who you are. Do you even know anymore? Do you remember what music you like? Do you remember what you like to eat when no one is complaining about it? Do you remember what makes you laugh? She is still in there. The woman you were before him, she is still in there. She is buried under layers of trauma and neglect and people-pleasing, but she is breathing. We are going in to rescue her. That is the mission. The mission is not to save the relationship. The mission is to rescue you. Run. He doesn't love you. It sounds cruel, but the cruelest thing anyone can do is lie to you and tell you there is hope when there is none. I am telling you the truth because I respect you too much to lie to you. He doesn't love you. If he loved you, you wouldn't be watching this video with this title. If he loved you, you wouldn't feel this empty. If he loved you, you wouldn't be questioning your sanity. Leaving isn't a failure. Society tells us that divorce is a failure, that a breakup is a failure. No, staying in a place where you are unloved, disrespected, and devalued, that is the failure. Leaving is an act of courage. Leaving is an act of self-love. Leaving is you finally standing up and saying, I refuse to be treated like an option in my own life. You deserve to be looked at with adoration. You deserve to be someone's priority. You deserve to be heard, not handled. You deserve safety. You deserve peace. And you are never, ever going to find it in this house. You're looking for milk in a hardware store. They don't sell it there. He does not have what you need. He is empty, and you cannot drink from an empty cup. So the thumbnail said run, but really I just want you to walk. I want you to turn your back on the man who broke you. I want you to walk away from the criticism, walk away from the indifference, walk away from the begging. And I want you to walk back to yourself, walk back to your dignity, walk back to your peace. If this video spoke to your spirit, if it rattled your cage, then I need you to make a choice today. Not a choice to leave instantly if you aren't ready, but a choice to stop lying to yourself, a choice to open your eyes. Don't forget to like this video. It helps the algorithm show it to other women who are crying in their cars right now. Subscribe for more truth because we are going to get through this together. I'll see you in the next one. Choose yourself today.